All right, cheers to the vinyl community. I hope you had a great Christmas and you got to spend some time with your loved ones. All right, and maybe even possibly got a record or two from Santa or for yourself or whoever loves you. So this is one that I had ordered a while back and totally forgot, so it was on porch. I thought it was this other album that I'd ordered before a while back or whatnot, and still hasn't showed up. So anyways, opened it, forgot that I had even ordered this. What is it? Hungry for Stink, L7. I'm not the biggest L7 fan. It's actually the first album I got of theirs, but when this album came out, it was very popular. This came out, I want to say, in 94, 93-ish. In 94, this came out. And my sister at the time lived in Santa Cruz, California, because she was going to college there. Had a few roommates, and one of her roommates had got this album right when it came out. So there was a couple times drove me around, and she was bumping this album. So I just remember listening to it. I was like, wow, this is a badass album. And she's like, yeah, I really enjoy it. It's really good. You should get it, this and that. And basically, I just listened to it every time I go to my sister. Like that whole weekend, I played the shit out of it. So, and then when I'm gonna go back, would hear it periodically every now and then. So now this is back in '94 for that little short time when my sister lived in this house near Manresa Beach, and that's really the last time I heard the extent of this album. I can remember really Stuck Here Again was a song that stood out because it reminded me kind of like Nirvana. It was really Nirvana back then. Still am into Nirvana now, but it was, I want to say Kurt Cobain was still alive at the time this album came out. But if not, it still had a little Nirvana. It had the grunge vibe to it. So this album's always thinking in my head, like I need to get this for the collection, that the L7 album with, you know, Stuck Here Again and stuff. And just never seen it in the wild. Finally found a copy online. It was gonna be an orange splatter copy, orange and red splatter, but that wasn't. And so I was actually stoked because it was music on vinyl and it 180 gram audiophile vinyl pressing. And it seems like music on vinyl, you know, knock on wood over here, but it seems like most of the time their albums are really good. I've never had any issues with the vinyl itself, and they sound great and they're not that expensive. So, you know, right on for that. So anyways, got that one. This is an album I got for myself a couple days before Christmas, and I'd seen this tour back in 2019, but I never got the record until now, and I was kind of lagging on it, and now, you know, I just didn't know if Corrosion Conformity would still, if their new album was going to still sound like their old stuff. Well, and not like their old stuff, but like Deliverance, that era. And so I listened to it on YouTube before I got it. It is really good. I'm sure they played a couple songs, but I seen this in August of 2019, the tour. It was really cool because Crowbar opened up, so it was a double whammy. Crowbar and Corrosion of Conformity. You have to go see that. And so glad I finally got it. This was on limited editions of 1,500 pressings they did on root beer colored vinyl, it says. And it is a gatefold. Pretty fancy. Let me show you what the color of the vinyl is, because it's kind of a trippy color. Their old school logo. Well, that's the killer logo. So, kind of, and again, you know, we always say most of us are into the traditional black vinyl, but this is kind of a beer color. Kind of a brown, pink, purplish tint to it. What? Tan, whatever your eyes see. It's I've never seen a vinyl this color, but they did a good job. The quality's good, the sound's good, and it sounds like early 90s to mid 90s era Corrosion of Conformity. And the tone's still there. They got the original lineup. They got Mike Dean on bass, I'm pretty sure. Just to make sure. I know it's the original lineup. I don't know if it's the original. Yeah, I think it's the original drummer. Okay, sorry, sing for song. It's Mike Dean on bass, Woody Weatherman on guitars and vocals, Pepper Keenan on guitars and vocals, and Reed Mullen on drums. So, killer lineup. So, when In the Arms of God came out back in 2008, really good album. I have a an import pressing of that on red vinyl, and it's kind of one of my other turntables that did not do so well on. But this turntable plays well on where it doesn't skip. It just seems like it's kind of a cheap pressing. It's only Corrosion I've ever seen on vinyl. That's the only time I've seen that album, so I swooped it up. But I got to see that tour at the Catalyst in Santa Cruz, California, in 2008, and there was like nobody there. It was really weird. We heard it on the radio, oh, Corrosion Conformity at the Catalyst. I'm like, what? And this is back, the internet was already around, but I want to say, just was you weren't promoting on Facebook and stuff like that. So I heard it on the radio. I was like, wow, they really didn't. That was like one ad I heard on the radio. We went there. There was hardly anybody there, but it was awesome. Corrosion Conformity put on a killer show, and we were like, play. We were like yelling certain songs to play. When they finally would play a song that we were yelling, they're like, this song goes those fucking crazy fuckers on the balcony up there, and super cool. My friend who was working security there got the pick for Pepper for me, and got his autograph on the ticket stubs. So super cool. So anyways. So try to keep this under 10 minutes. So I opened this beauty up. It is an amazing album. There was a little dent in my cover here, but there's a possibility I might have done that. Both the albums were kind of not bad, warped, but not perfectly flat, but they play fine. But I was kind of thinking, well, that's the first. I've had one other blue note that's a little wobbly, but it's not wobbly enough to trip out. The main thing is the albums sound great. None of them skip, so you know what I mean. I'd rather have an album that might be a little bit. I'd rather have an album that's perfect, but if not, if I had to choose between a scratch or wobbler, I'll take a wobbler that plays great than a scratch that fucks with the sound. So that being said, this album is really good. I like the second album. I feel they're equally as good, but the second album, and now. They're getting better I think they, let's see, calm it down, Tiger. There's a possibility that they set up the set list in a way to where they wanted to progressively get better and build to where, the final part of the show to where you're just supposed to be, you want to just knock the crowd out. And they pulled it off with this one. And the last two sides are Dat Dare and Roundabout Midnight is side 3. That Roundabout Midnight is really good, and that Dat Dare is both of them really good. And then side 4 is Now's the Time, A Night in Tunisia, and the theme. Let's do like a little 30 seconds. So just those last 4 songs are really good, and definitely worth getting. It's a good deal. It's a killer live album. It's just a good album, but the recording it's really good recording. But that's still just a little raw, but not too raw to where you're like, oh, the recording quality isn't there. It's more raw. It's raw in the sense of how your ears would have heard it at the show, I feel like. With a little bit of maybe less hall sound of what the place had to offer if you were in there. But man, they did a great job. I'm glad they recorded this performance and just give you some insight into what one of those live shows would be like. And so it's your opportunity to find that out. So, all right. So I want to keep this under 10 minutes. This GA20 album, really good. Highly recommend this. They're coming to Austin. I'm gonna go see them. They're opening up. Now I didn't even know this. I was going to see JD Simo. They're the opening act. Wow. And so went and got the record. Blown away. Really like this album. A song you should check out that's gonna get you sucked in, I feel like, it's called Sitting at Home Alone. Really got an old school blues vibe to it. Recording's really good. Oh wow, so it's produced by Matthew Stubbs, who's one of the guitar players in the band, and he was pretty cool. As I commented on one of their things, he liked my comment, and then they even replied saying, right on. So Karma Chief, I don't know why I didn't notice this until the other night I was looking at it. Karma Chief says right here on the bottom of the thing, Karma Chief Records, a division of Coal Mine Records in partnership with Alligator Records. So that's the whole thing of this one. And so I was wondering, like, what's, is a subsidiary? What it is? So technically it kind of is, but it's like I said, it's a partnership. And so and what's pretty cool, it's got the Alligator Records logo. So, if you're not a blues person, Alligator Records has some of the best artists on their album, and most of the genre happens to be blues, but just killer artists in general. But they are the record label that turned down Stevie Ray Vaughan. So, cough. So, you know, I mean, and it happened for a reason. Stevie wasn't meant to be with that. He was meant to go to be with like what an Epic record label or whatever. I mean, everything happens for a reason. So, that being said, that's a great record. Some albums I got. Super thankful. What are some albums you might have got as a gift or got for yourself or just have gotten around Christmas time? Throw a comment. Cheers again. I'm not gonna sit here and make you guys watch me or have you guys or let you guys watch me drink my coffee. Stay positive, play lots of vinyl, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.